Shankaracharya madhyamam अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरु परम्पराम्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। दक्षिणामूर्ति बीज मंत्र। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं श्रियं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं श्रियं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं श्रियं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं श्रियं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं श्रियं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं श्रियं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं श्रियं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं श्रियं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं श्रियं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा. Now let us chant the Dakshinamurthy Stotram from verse 1, and again I will chant once and Sunita will chant once. So you can also chant in the muted spaces. Vishvam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam.
Vishvam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam.
पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोत् भूतं यथा निद्रया.
पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोत् भूतं यथा निद्रया.
यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोध समये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम्.
यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोध समये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम्.
तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये.
तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये.
बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः.
बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः.
मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतम्.
मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतम्.
मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगी वयस्वेच्छया.
मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगी वयस्वेच्छया.
तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये.
तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये.
Yasyaiva spuranam sadatmakamasatkalparthagam bhasate.
Yasyaiva spuranam sadatmakamasatkalparthagam bhasate.
Sakshat tattvamasiti vedavachasa yo bodhayatyashritan.
Sakshat tattvamasiti vedavachasa yo bodhayatyashritan.
Sakshat karanad bhavenna punaravrittirbhavambho nidho.
Yat sakshat karanad bhavenna punaravrittirbhavambo nido.
Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Nama Idam Shri Dakshinamurtaye.
Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Nama idam Shri Dakshinamurtaye.
Nana Chitra Ghatodara Sthita Mahadeepa Prabhabhaswaram.
Nana Chitragatodarastita Mahadeepa Prabhabhaswaram.
Jnanam Yasya Tu Chakshuraadhikaranadvara Bahispandate.
Jnanam Yasya Tu Chakshuraadhikaranadvara Bahispandate.
Janamiti tameva bhantamanubhat yetat samastam jagat.
Janamiti tameva bhantamanubhatyetat samastam jagat.
Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Nama Idam Shri Dakshinamurtaye.
Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Nama idam Shri Dakshinamurtaye.
Deham pranamapindriyanya pichalam buddhim cha shunyam viduhu.
Deham pranamapindriyanyapi chalam buddhim cha shunyam viduhu.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I thought I had lost Sunita, but in fact, you all lost me. Okay, let me display the file again. We were on verse 5. We'll start again with verse 5. Deham pranamapindriyanya pichalam buddhim cha shunyam viduhu.
Deham pranamapindriyanyapi chalam buddhim cha shunyam viduhu.
Tribalandhajadopamastvahmiti bhranta bhrisham vadinaha.
Tribalandhajadopamastvahmiti bhranta bhrisham vadinaha.
Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpita Mahavyamoha Samharine.
Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpita Mahavyamoha Samharine.
Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Nama Idam Shri Dakshinamurtaye.
Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Nama idam Shri Dakshinamurtaye.
Okay, so we had completed up to verse 5. So as we are seeing, each of the verses of Dakshinamurthy Stotram is pretty loaded. Yeah, it's like a capsule in which Shankaracharya, Adi Shankaracharya, unfolds the entire teachings of the Upanishads, which is Tat Nirguna Parabrahma Tvam Asi. That changeless principle of consciousness, Nirguna Parabrahma, manifests as the very Atma of all beings. And this is called the Mahavakyam, Tattvamasi, by which the Guru awakens the sleeping jivas, who are sleeping the sleep of worldly life. So Dakshinamurthy Stotram, in just a few verses, has the content of the entire Jnanakanda of the Vedas, and it is glorifying Dakshinamurthy, who is manifest as my Guru. Yeah. So what is the teaching? Basically the two things, Atma and Anatma. Yeah. Atma is Nityavastu, is Satyam, ever the experiencer. It is I, the subject, the observer. Yeah? And Anatma is ever the object, observed, witnessed, experienced, subject to change. Yeah? So the Atma, the subject, can never be known as an object. Yeah? And these are the two things which Shankaracharya explained very clearly with the example of the mirror, and also how I, the Atma, lend reality and existence to Anatma. Yeah. So it's the other way around. We think that the world is independently existing outside of me, but really the world is experienced and reflected in my mind. Yeah. So that is the connection between Atma and Anatma. If I take this pen, the pen is experienced as the understanding, the concept of the pen in my mind. And we saw in verse 4, Atma Jyoti, that Atma Jyoti is a Mahadeepa. Just as if I place a lamp in an inverted pot which is perforated, so too the Atma Jyoti shoots out, streams out through my mind and the sense organs and brings in all the perceptions, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. And that is how we say that the world is not independent of me, the observer, the Atma. Yeah? So the entire Anatma, what comes under Anatma? BMW, body, mind, world. So the whole world is subjectively experienced and dependent on me, the Atma Vastu. Yeah? So then we saw those two important verbs, Bhati, Anubhati. Yeah? Bhati is to shine, like the Surya, the sun Bhati, moon Anubhati. Moon reflects the sunlight. Yeah? So if I take any object, let's say the pen again, the pen shines, means the pen is revealed. By whom? My eyes. If I'm blind, I can only feel the pen, but I cannot see the pen. I don't pick up the form and the color. I won't know that it's looking black and it's long, but I feel it if I'm blind. So the pen is revealed by the eyes. So then eyes bhati, pen anubhati. Now the eyes and I have to display. I don't know, some problem here. Maybe I didn't do my Shanti mantras properly today. So many obstacles. Yeah. So this is also the Navaratri, there will be obstacles in the first 3 days. And we are experiencing that in the online class. Okay, let's go back to the pen. So I was saying that Bhati Anubhati, one is independently shining and the other is dependently shining. Yeah. So the only one thing, one entity which is independently shining is you, Atma Jyoti, which is like that Mahadeepa. Yeah? And that Atma Jyoti, through illumining the mind and shooting out, streaming out through the sense organs, picks up the whole world of Namarupa, and I experience flowers, table, tree, people, emotions, relationships, everything. Yeah. So the pen example was just to show the two works. You know, the pen, Anubhati, and eyes bhati. The eyes pick up the pen, right? So the eyes have to be functioning. So the eyes shine and the pen shines after the eyes. Then the eyes itself, we can say Anubhati, mind bhati. You know, if my mind is somewhere else, then I don't see the pen. If my mind is engrossed in a memory. Yeah. Then the mind being also subtle matter, it is Anubhati and Atma Jyoti bhati. Yeah. So that was the difference. We saw in the verse 4 of Dakshinamurthy Stotram, there's bhati, Anubhati, connection between Atma and Anatma. So one more thing we saw in verse 3, you know, Yasyevas sadatmakam asat kalpartakam bhasate, that was, no? Again, what is the connection between Atma and Anatma is understood by a simple clay pot. Yeah? Now, you see a clay pot, right? Now, the pot, can the pot exist without clay? No. Can the clay exist without pot? Yes. How? If I drop the pot is gone, broken. Yeah, but the clay continues. So, which is more real? Clay. So, the Upanishads give the simple example of a clay pot to show that I, the Atma, am independently existing, and the whole Jagat, which is Anatma, like even the pot, comes and goes, subject to change. Yeah? Srishti, Sthiti, Layam. And another example we saw was gold ornaments. You know, we have necklace and earrings, anklets, odiyanam, whatever of gold. No? Now, gold is the substance. So the ornaments, can they exist without the gold? No. But can gold exist without the ornaments? Yes. You know, if everything is melted and the ornaments are melted, I know I want some cash or something, and then I melt it and then go to the goldsmith, he will take the gold and give me the cash. Right? So gold is more real than its manifested form, the ornaments. Clay is more real than the manifested lids, saucepan, kettle, etc., whatever made of clay. Yeah? This is the connection between Atma and Anatma. You know? Now the gold can be again made into gold biscuit or, you know, whatever gold pot, flower vase, you know. So this is a connection that Atma is the Satyavastu, Nityavastu, and Anatma are the manifestations, the whole Jagat, which is Namarupa, Namarupa Kriya, Namarupa Kriya. And they are constantly subject to fluctuation. Okay. Now, this is the main teaching of the Upanishads about Atma Tattvam. Yeah. And the Upanishads also say, give a very important statement. Yaha asmat lokat atmanam aviditva praiti saha kripanaha. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, the one who has not gained Atma Jnanam before departing from this Prithvi Loka is a miser, kripanaha. Yeah? Now Upanishad will use a very strong words. You know why? Because generally, if you see who will come to gain the self-knowledge, you know, I have, by the way, in all the students that come for learning Gita or Upanishad, only one student who is in her mid-20s. Otherwise, at what age do we come? Late 30s, right? Minimum will be, Swamiji will say 39 years. Yeah. Maybe there's somebody, you know, younger amongst you, I don't know. But the average age. Why? Because we postpone the gaining of Atma Tattvam and say that I will come after my son is stable in his career, after my daughter gets married, after the third floor is built, after my fixed deposits mature, you know, after I'm retired. Will that after come? So where is the guarantee that that after is going to come? And even if the after comes, the later time, post-retirement, where is the guarantee that the body and sense organs are going to cooperate and understand the Sukshma Tattvam? That is why Shankaracharya in the Bhaja Govindam, which some of us have done, Balastavat Krida Saktaha Tarunastavat Taruni Saktaha Vriddhastavat Chintagrastaha Parame Brahmani Kopina Saktaha Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. Bhaja Govindam is also known as Moha Mudgara, the hammer of delusion. So Shankaracharya says, as a child, we were immersed in playthings, playing, 1/3 life gone. Then adolescent, parties, friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, discos. Then vriddhaha, in the old age what? Chinta, anxiety and fear. Then parame brahmani kopina saktaha. So where is the time? Who is interested in Brahma? Nobody. So this is a very famous verse of Bhaja Govindam, by which Shankaracharya admonishes and says, when you gain this Atma Tattvam, you are empowered by knowledge and it will help you deal with all the situations much more effectively. Adolescent children, professional life, home, family life, old age, everything there'll be a gracious and much more mature responding and handling of those situations. Yeah. So that is why the Upanishad says that, don't be a kripanaha, don't be a miser, and when the opportunity comes, gain this Atma Tattvam and don't think it is for retired people or for, an obituary or, the Gita shlokas. No, that is one thing I wanted to mention. And also what the Shastra says is that the problems we are facing in the world, now global warming or now corona or family problems, society problem, and water pollution, all these problems is fundamental cause is not having Atma Tattvam. That means when I gain Atma Jnanam, will the problems disappear? No. The problems will still continue. But the difference is, gaining Atma Jnanam, the problem will not appear as a problem. Problems will still continue as a situation, as a fact, and then there is a appropriate responding. I like how the guru of Isha Foundation, Jaggi Vasudev, explained this once. If you are caught in a traffic jam, and then we are frustrated because I have to catch a flight. It actually happened to me in Mumbai and I missed the flight because of the traffic jam. We are frustrated and, cursing and all that. But supposing I'm on the flight and the flight is taken off. Then just after a few kilometers, I look down. The traffic jam looks so beautiful. I even say, oh, wow, look at that line, I can appreciate a situation when there is distance. So the Shastra says that it is because of our misunderstanding, about Atma Tattvam. That is how we get engrossed in the Anatma situations, in the role playing, and which disturb the mind. So that is the knowledge empowerment which comes from Atma Jnanam. And now we will go to this fifth verse that I had concluded last time. So what did we see in verse 5? Deham pranam apindriyani apichalam buddhim cha shunyam viduhu stri bala dajadopamastu hamiti bhranta vrisham vadinaha. So people, do they understand what is Atma? What is the nature of Atma? That is pointed out in this verse. There are 5 schools of thought. The first one says, Dehaha Atma iti. Body alone is Atma. So these are called the materialists, who say that, okay, this is the only life, Yavat Jivet Ghritam Pivet Rinam Kritva Sukham Jivet. drink ghee and lead a luxurious life. This is the only life, and there is no papa punyam. So you can do whatever you want. So look at their misconception of the Atma. Atma is the body alone. So they live a very body-centered life. So this is Bhranti number 1, confused category number 1. Second, prana. Second one says, no, the body is, just like a log of wood. But how is it coming alive? Prana. The vital principle enlivens the body. So this is the pranavadi. So they will take care of the prana and live a prana-centered life. Then this is Bhranti number 2. So if you can connect with the koshas, the Dehavadi, one who says body is Atma, or who identify with the Annamaya kosha, the food body. Then prana, they connect with the Pranamaya kosha. Then Indriyani, the third confused lot, they say that the sense organs, I am able to see, taste, touch, feel, hear. Isn't that wonderful? So the sense organs are so marvelous. They are giving us all the perceptions of the world. So I am this set of sense organs. So then they will also live a life of sense gratification. Indriyani aham atma. So they understand atma to be sense organs. Then this is Bhranti number 3. Then fourth one, Chalam Buddhim. They go to another subtle level. They say, no. Body is outermost, Annamaya kosha. Prana is Pranamaya kosha. Indriyani is Manomaya kosha. But Buddhi is the intellect. Intellect is very powerful. See, right now, we are all in the Vijnanamaya kosha. Right? So, we are all intellectually trying to understand Shankaracharya's unfoldment. Yeah? Definitely, Vijnanamaya kosha is active. But this school of thought, Bhrantis number 4, say that when the Buddhi is understanding flower, understanding pen, word, movie, emotion, hunger, it is changing all the time, right? So this Chalam Buddhim, the changing, the grasping power of the intellect, that is Atma. Yeah. Then finally, we have the Buddhist school who says that between a flower perception and a tree perception, let's say, what is in between the two? Shunyam. No? So, we all know from science also that the mind can only have one vritti at a time. If I see a pot vritti, pot thought, then it goes away. Pen goes away. Finger goes away. Dress goes away. So dress vritti, pot vritti, table vritti, pen vritti, person vritti. This is Chalam Buddhim. But what about the gap between the two vrittis? Shunyam. So the fifth kind of confused person concludes that Atma must be Shunyam, the void. Yeah? So we have covered the Panchakoshas, no? Annamaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, Vijnanamaya kosha, Anandamaya kosha, Shunyam. In sleep, we find that. So here Shankaracharya says all these people have only a partial understanding or misunderstanding of Atma, and they are like who? Stri, Bala, Andha, Jada. They are like women, children, blind, and dull-witted people. Yeah. So obviously we are not going to take that literally because here it means the Stri Buddhi. Some acharyas will say that a woman, generally is more sentimental, considered more attached. Yeah. So when a person is very attached, we see that attached to the family, always they will be talking in-law, sister-in-law, daughter, son, and my bank account, my locker, and jewels in the locker. Same thing, round and round and round they will go. Nothing beyond the limited circle. That is called Stri Buddhi. Even a man can have that. Yeah. So the mind that is attached, which is very body conscious and fashion oriented, over sentimental, is the Stri. And they cannot understand the Sukshma Atma. Then Bala, childish, a child also cannot understand, childish, immature mind cannot understand the Atma Tattvam. And Andha, Andha means who turns away from the Shastras. What is there? Gita, I will study it later. Let the time come. So Andhas. Then Jada. Jada is heavy tamas will be there. You cannot even, tell them anything, any upadesha. So Shankaracharya says, these people are like these mindsets. They're all bhranta. And they are Brisham Vadinaha. Brisham Vadinaha means they argue vehemently. Yeah, they argue vehemently that this indeed is Atma. Now, these people are not sitting somewhere in Antarctica. They are all right here in our home and they are right in our mind. Did we not take ourselves to be the body in school? Yeah, we did not have Atma Tattvam then. So it shows the maturity of the mind. As the mind matures, then a higher understanding will replace a lower understanding. The whole world, at one time they thought that the sun is going around the earth, right? It was a heliocentric theory. Then later on, it was said that no, it is, it's sun-centered. Earth is moving around the sun. Yeah? So like that, when the mind matures. Now, what is the reason for this confusion and misunderstanding? This third line is very important. Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpita Maha Vyamoha Samharine. Because of the great delusion, Maya Shakti. In fact, this Maya Shakti is what Navaratri is all about. We are going to see at the end. So Maya Shakti is the power of Nirguna Parabrahma, who is Vilasa. Vilasa means playing. That's her abode. And Kalpita, projected. No? And so these people, they are under a spell of Maya. Maha Vyamoha. See, Moha is confusion. Vyamoha is utter confusion. Maha Vyamoha is totally deluded. Yeah. So Shankaracharya, see, even in his times, he was faced with a lot of challenges. But in those times, they would have intellectual debates, sadhas in Varanasi and all over North India, they had a lot of debates. And they would have very honest intellectual debates, and with logic, Shankaracharya defeated all of them. And they accepted defeat also. They said, yeah, you are right. That logic I did not think about. So when you read Shankara Bhashyam, he makes it very clearly how he, does this dishum, intellectual dishum, and defeats all the opponents who say Deha is Atma, Prana is Atma, and he establishes Advaita Vedanta. That is Atma Tattva is Satyavastu. That is the Atma Jyoti. And you are all taking Anatmas for Atma. And we just saw the logic. If Anatma is experienced, then how can I be what is experienced? I experience my mind, right? How can I be the mind? I am the experiencer of the mind. If I'm sad, then I can watch my sadness. If I'm happy, I can enjoy or be a witness to the happiness. So I am the witness. And that is what point Shankaracharya is driving, is the Sakshi Bhava, witnessing awareness, which is the Atma Jyoti. And that Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpita Maha Vyamoha Samharini. Who does the Samhara? Who is going to destroy this delusion? Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Nama Idam Shri Dakshinamurthaye. Guru. Yeah. So Dakshinamurti, who is manifest as the Guru, then Mahavishnu will cut off the heads. Now, this is a Purana story, Pauranika story. So, but Rahu, we understand it as a shadow planet. We worship Navagrahas in the temples. 7 grahas we know: Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, And these two are, Rahu and Ketu are the shadow planets. Yeah. So Rahu Grasta, eclipsed by Rahu. Who? Divakara. Divakara means one, Divakaroti iti Diva, one who makes the day happen. So Divakara is another word for sun. So Rahu Grasta, eclipsed or shadowed by Rahu. Divakara, the sun, or Indu. Indu, the moon. Sadrishaha, like. So here Shankaracharya tells us that how the Maya Shakti happens. So just as the sun or the moon get temporarily eclipsed, obstructed by the shadow, Rahu shadow planet, yeah? Maya samachhadanat. Achhadanat means covers. So the Maya Shakti also covers my mind and covers me from the knowledge of Atma, I the Atma. So that is the analogy here. Huh? So, one beautiful thing is, solar and lunar eclipses can be predicted for thousands of years and it will be absolutely precise. Why? Because these heavenly bodies, their orbits are very, very precise. No? So here it is said that, when the earth shadow falls on the moon or the moon shadow falls on the sun, we have the lunar eclipse or the solar eclipse. But can a mere shadow cover the solar disk or the lunar disk, which is millions of light years broad, the dimensions? No. So it is a temporary obstruction of the vision. Yeah. For my vision, the sun is eclipsed and I see that ring of fire. In a total eclipse, we see the beautiful ring of fire. But the sun is not eclipsed really. It appears. And so to the moon also. Where is the moon and where is the shadow of the earth? Yeah. So the idea here is that Atma Sun can never really be covered, but it is as though covered and blanketed by Maya. Yeah. Now the example here is in the second line, the last word. Sanmatra karanopa samharanato yaha abhut sushuptaf puman. Puman means the person, yeah, or the man in this case. Now the person who is sushuptaha. Sushuptaha means in the deep sleep. We all know there are three avasthas. Right now, I hope we are all in the Jagat avastha and not sleeping. But it's very much possible, Vedanta class, one will get the best sleep. Why? Because we have to exert the intellect. And when the intellect has to make an effort, it will say, let me just switch off. That can happen when one is sleep deprived. Okay. So here, this Puman is Sushuptaha, the sleeping person. So what are the avasthas? Jagrat, waking state. So in the waking state, what? I am Mr. Ravi, I am Mrs. Shobhana, and I'm a mother, daughter, boss, employee. And I'm fully engaged. Sense organs are active, mind is active, body is walking, talking, cooking. Jagrat avastha. Then when I'm tired, after 8 hours of office work, I come and watch some TV, have dinner, go to sleep. Dream. Okay, dream is swapna avastha. So in the dream also, who is active? Not the body, but the mind. No? The mind projects a dream body, dream experiences, dream food, dream hunger, dream relationships. And when you're tired of dreaming, what happens? Sushupti. Then only one drops into the deep sleep. This is all very well documented by science. And they actually tell us, we go through many cycles of dream and deep sleep, waking, partial waking, dream, deep sleep, waking. But it is in the deep, deep sleep. What happens? Who's active? Am I Mr. Ravi or Swamini Samatmananda? No. Am I mother, daughter, boss, employee? No. Am I blind, deaf, dark, tall, fair, fat, thin? No. Do I have a toothache, stomachache, backache? No. I have no family. There is no world. There is no time. There is no space. There is no pain. That's the best thing about the sleep, So when we are having some pain in the waking state, you go to sleep, you get such a wonderful break, And if you just go out in Hyderabad or any big metropolitan city, you see how the people, a rickshaw puller, will be sleeping on the divider of a highway. And there will be this loud traffic. Or you take a person in the Sushupti Avastha on a railway platform. All the senses are withdrawn. And that is the first line here. Sanmatraha karana upasamharanataha. Karana, all the karanas, my sense organs, 10 sense organs I have, all of them are switched off. Mind, switched off. Body, parked. Then I am sanmatraha. That first word is very important. Sat eva matraha. Sanmatraha means this person who has even stopped dreaming falls into deep sleep. And in that deep sleep, he is totally unattached. Yeah, he is only sanmatra. He exists as pure existence. And that is who we really are. Atma Tattvam. Yeah, how beautiful. See how Shankaracharya has knocked out the last opponent, Shunyavadi. He says, no, when you go to sleep, you don't have any identity, right? All the Aadhaar card, ID, passport, everything is locked up in the cupboard. But right in the deep sleep, you are only pure Atma Tattvam. But the problem is the Maya has covered or blanketed me so that I don't know that I'm sleeping, So can we tell, if I'm asleep, can I tell my family members, don't disturb me, I am sleeping? No, right? I can't say that. Because when you're sleeping, you're out, And then there is no Subramanyam, there is no Lata, there is, that individuality has gone. Yeah? Sanmatraha eva. So there's only independent, conscious, sentient being. But mind is switched off, organs are parked, but what is still functioning? Prana. It better function because I have to wake up next day. So the prana will carry on the physiological activities. There is still respiration, digestion and excretion and all that. But for all other purposes, there is no world. What is there? Atma Tattvam Sakshi. So by taking the example of the deep sleep state and the solar and lunar eclipse, what is Shankaracharya saying? Just as the shadow planet Rahu temporarily appears to cover the moon or the sun, casting an eclipse, so too Maya or the ignorance covers me, my knowledge, in the deep sleep. So I don't know. Then let's go to the third line. Praga swapsamiti prabodha samaye. Prabodha samaye, 6 hours later when I get up with or without alarm, prabodha samaye, what happens? Yaha pratyabhijnayate. The one who recollects, who remembers. What does he remember? Prag aswapsam iti. Prag means before. Oh, before last night I went to sleep. Prag aswapsam. I slept. Now this knowledge is available not while sleeping but on waking up. Okay. Prabodha samaye yaha pratyabhijnayate prag aswapsam. I slept. And not only I slept, what else is the anubhava when I wake up? Nakinchit avedisham. Nakinchit avedisham means, who is saying this? The waker. Yeah. But so what happened in the sleep? I was on the bed, Sometimes we slip off the bed, no guarantee that one will wake up in the bed. And but then most of the time we are in the bed. So when I get up, the recollection is I slept very well and I did not know anything. So then who was present during sleep? Because you went to sleep as Usha. But did you get up as Lata? No, right? You got up also as Lata only. That means Lata did continue sleeping Lata. So that is Atma Tattvam. Yeah? So when the Shunyavadis, they say that the void is Atma, the great void, then Shankaracharya or Vedantins will say, no, you're mistaken. Even in deep sleep, Atma Tattvam is there. Yeah, because in sleep, there is no experience, but there is somebody who is experiencing the lack of experience. So the absence of experience is also an experience. No? So when I get up after a good sleep, do I not feel fresh and recharged? Now, how did that come? Because I went into the deep sleep state. And the deep sleep state rejuvenated me. And actually, all the impressions in my mind are all archived only in the deep sleep state. I picked up many experiences in the waking state. But who is organizing them and putting them into nicely memory slots? It is happening subconsciously, only in the deep sleep state. So we better get good deep sleep experience every night, because then only I will get a good break, And then I get up, Prag Asvapsam. I slept, I did not know anything. And where was I? I don't know. So the sleep example is shown by Shankaracharya to show us that Atma Tattvam is the invariable common denominator of all the three avasthas. Yat swapna jagara sushuptimavaiti nityam tat brahma nishkalamaham nacha bhuta sanghaha. In Pratasmarana Stotram, Yat swapna jagara sushuptim avaiti nityam. That witnessing Atma Tattvam is there in the waking state, is there as you're dreaming, and continues when you are in deep sleep. It is the witness, Sakshi Atma Tattvam. Yeah? So just like the sun and the moon cannot really be obstructed because they are limitless, So too the Atma sun is blanketed over temporarily for those 6 hours. But then I wake up again and continue with the waking state. And then the cycle repeats. Then I dream and deep sleep and then back. So with this beautiful natural phenomenon which is happening every day with all of us, Shankaracharya is showing that how the Atma Tattvam is Nityam. Yeah? And in the sleep, as you're asleep, you are free from all the relationships. You are not a mother, wife, daughter, son, husband. You're free from all that. Only on waking up do all these roles come back, and I go into the day to fulfill all those roles. Okay. So we'll stop with this verse 6 for now. And then now I would like to do a little bit from Devi Mahatmyam. So as you all know, yeah, it's back. I pressed the wrong button. Yeah. So the Navaratri time, we see that the theme of the entire Vedas is reflected in the Navaratri festival. In Tamil Nadu, we have this beautiful festival, Golu. The Golu, I think now many other people or other communities also do that. So this is, what do we present in the Golu? We are presenting the whole Jagat. We see the bottommost step will be nature, fruits and vegetables and all that. So as we go up above the steps, we see that we are displaying what many lokas, up to the topmost, we have the incarnations, the devatas, and then we can even put some Nirguna Parabrahma there. We put the saints also, Swami Vivekananda, Dayananda on the topmost, because they represent Atma Tattvam. And the grossest Annamaya Kosha is shown on the lowest step. Yeah. So we see that in the Navaratri 9 days, it is customary to chant the 700 verses of Chandi Patha, also called as Devi Mahatmyam, and Durga Saptashati. So you all know how the Durga Devi, conquers the demons, Mahishasura, Shambha, Nishumbha, Madhu Kaitaba, Raktabija, demons. Yeah. And then the Devas all glorify her and sing her praise. Yeah. So I have selected these shlokas where after she's conquered the demons, then the Devatas are singing the praise. No? So we see that the Devi Mahatmyam is also about this Atma Tattvam. These demons, Mahishasura, the inner demons, are in the form of tamas, obstinacy, and stubbornness, attachments. And then we have to purify the mind, cultivate beautiful qualities. Daivi Sampat, chapter 16, Gita talks about Daivi Sampat. Then finally, Saraswati, the grace of Saraswati, blesses me with Atma Jnanam. Then I transcend the matter principle and go beyond all limitations. And that is what Vijayadashami is all about, the victory. Yeah? So these Durga is very powerful force, creative force and destroying force. So it is said that, she is, Daitya Nashaka, Roga Nashaka, Papa Nashaka, Vigna Nashaka, all destroyer of obstacles, Papa, Roga, disease, all kind, very powerful. So the 3 days are devoted to Durga. Then Lakshmi stands for Mangalam, the Daivi Sampat, the virtues and qualities, and Saraswati stands for Atma Tattvam. So now we will just chant this. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu. I'm sure most of you know this chant already. Yeah. So Ya Devi, let's take one. Ya Devi, this is glorifying the Maya Shakti. Who's Devi? Maya. And who is Maya? Power of Brahma. Now we just saw a lot about Maya, Samaj, Chadanat, the shadow. So sometimes we are also shadowed in our lives. So there are two kinds of Maya, Avidya Maya and Vidya Maya. Yeah? So when I'm influenced in a wrong way, then I get stuck up and suffer. That is Avidya Maya. But when I take the right steps, the right initiatives, then I'm going towards Vidya Maya. So here we will chant this. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Vishnu Mayeti Shabdita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi means that goddess. Yeah. Where is she? Sarva Bhuteshu, in all beings. In what form? Vishnu Mayeti, as Vishnu Maya. Shabdita, she is present. Then Namastasyai is in Sanskrit unto her namaskaras. But why 3 times? Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. Because there are 3 powers. Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Devi, Maya, Guru Shakti, Ichha, Kriya, Jnana Shakti, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. We sing this bhajan. I think you all know that. Brahma Shakti, Vishnu Shakti, Shiva Shakti, Om. Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om. Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Om. Like that we sing bhajans, no? So unto that Devi who is in us, in the form of Maya, the form of consciousness, intelligence, sleep, hunger, shadow, power, thirst, forbearance, genus, Shakti, modesty, peace, faith, loveliness, beauty, good fortune, activity, memory, kindness, contentment, mother, delusion, Bhranti. So when we are confused, the mother is only there avidya maya is in my mind as delusion. Yeah. And then we have to pray that she removes the confusion also. Yeah. So this is, we will just quickly chant and you can just follow me mentally. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vishnumayeti Shabdita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Chetanetyabhidhiyate Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Buddhirupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Nidrarupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kshudharupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Chayarupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shaktirupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Trishnarupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kshantirupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Jatirupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lajjarupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shantirupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shraddharupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kantirupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lakshmirupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vrittirupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Smritirupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Dayarupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Tushtirupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matrarupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Bhrantirupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. इन्द्रियाणाम् अधिष्ठात्री भूतानां च अखिलेषु या भूतेषु सततं तस्यै व्याप्तिदेव्यै नमो नमः। चितिरूपेण या कृत्स्नम् एतत् व्याप्य स्थिता जगत् नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ तत्सत्। So